It was a day of discussion at City Hall.
Members of the Budget Committee dug into the mayor's proposed 2026 budget. And CTV's Rahim Ladhani is live tonight at City Hall ahead of the first public consultations on this year's budget. Rahim.
Michelle, Nathan, good evening. Yeah, that's right. Starting this evening and again tomorrow from 7 to 8:30, anyone can dial in and speak with Mayor Olivia Chow and members of the Budget Committee and have their say about the 2026 budget, what they like about it, what they don't like, any questions they may have. And as you can imagine, when it comes to this budget, there are a lot of ideas and opinions over how this money should be allocated.
This budget meeting is scheduled for 3 days.
Toronto's Budget Committee is digging through the details of the city's 2026 budget. And starting tonight, every Torontonian can have their say too.
If you care about the services that are delivered, the day-to-day services, it's important to be involved. But also, if you care about your taxes and the fees and the other things that take place in order to run this city, that's also the reason to be involved in the budget.
The two telephone town halls are taking place Wednesday and Thursday evening, followed by in-person presentations at City Hall and civic centers in Etobicoke, North York, and Scarborough. This is where residents can provide input on what they want to see prioritized.
It does matter. We listen carefully. The mayor is also listening carefully, and we know we tweak things, not significantly, but as best we can, based on the feedback we receive from the public.
Last week, the city unveiled its $18.9 billion budget, with the mayor proposing a 2.2% property tax hike. The plan is being touted as focusing on affordability by investing in school meal plans, a third straight TTC fare freeze, and fare capping system. It would also increase both the police and TTC budget by nearly 7%.
She can buy down the tax rate this year despite prolific spending increases over the term, but she can only do that one time. And the staff have been very clear. This is just a one-time draw.
Toronto's business community says with Canada in the middle of a trade war and manufacturing jobs on the line, the city's budget needs to encompass more ways to drive investment.
The city needs to be put on a very different fiscal structure if it's going to succeed, if we're going to have the kind of growth we want to see over the next decade and a half.
One way the city has tried to fuel growth is through the new deal struck between the city and province in 2023. That uploaded the Gardner Expressway and Don Valley Parkway to the province and allowed for nearly $2 billion to be reinvested in existing and unfunded city infrastructure priorities over the next decade.
Ever since the provincial deal that brought the upload of the Gardner, we've been doing more capital work every summer than any of the years past, and that will continue to be true this year.
Premier Doug Ford was asked about Toronto's proposed budget and says he doesn't plan to give the city any more revenue tools through the next phase of the new deal.
Government doesn't have an income problem, they have a revenue problem. Stop spending money, start focusing on areas that you can drive efficiencies.
However, some city councillors feel the premier is missing the point.
The province of Ontario doesn't work if Toronto's basic infrastructure doesn't work. So either by uploading costs like he did with the Gardner or by making direct investments of provincial money, somehow he's going to have to partner with us to build the critical infrastructure Toronto needs.
The Budget Committee will deliver its final recommendations to Mayor Chow later this month before Council considers the 2026 budget in February. Now, the number to call in for the telephone town halls is 1-833-380-0687. As for the in-person meetings, those will take place on January 20th and 21st. Reporting live, I'm Rahim Ladhani. Nathan, back to you.
Thank you, Rahim.